Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mary.
I'm Linda.
And we are Peaky Mouse Sisters in the kitchen and Peaky Mouse Cakes, Cookies, and Candy. I got those kind of backwards, but anyway, that's who we are. And we are going to make Philly cheesesteak hoagies this morning.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I got an alert that Pinky Mouse is on. I kind of like my watch. I'm kind of getting used to it. So at least I know I got a notification. I hope y'all got y'all's. So anyway, thank y'all for joining us this morning, and I hope that y'all are having a good day. It's a pretty nice day out there, isn't it, Linda?
It is. We've got a front moving in, but the trees are blooming.
I
and
know.
The wisteria vines are so beautiful this time of year.
I seen a few little buds on my tree out there yesterday. So I'm looking forward to spring. You know, that's what we do.
It kind of wakes you up, you know, because everything's been dead from the winter, and now all of a sudden you see new life, and it makes you happy.
Yes. Starts all over. That my plants, I have to start all over. I left 2 of my good plants that I worked so hard to keep alive last year. The first frost we had, I forgot to bring it in. It's on the porch when they killed it. So anyway, so I'm going to start over on my plants and try to have some pretty plants on my porch.
Mary, your hair looks so pretty today.
Oh, well, thank you, Linda. Yours always looks good.
No. Thank you, though.
Okay. I went ahead and chopped up 2 onions. No, I did not chop them up. I sliced them. You can chop them up if you want chopped up onions on your hoagie. I wanted them in slices because I don't really care for onions, so it's easier to take out. So anyway, Chuck loves onions.
They smell good.
Yeah. The hoagie, the main Philly cheesesteaks does not have bell pepper on it, but Chuck loves bell pepper, and I did not put it in the recipe on the members page, but that's something that's optional. But this is 1 red bell pepper and 1 yellow bell pepper, and we got a skillet over here. I got a tablespoon full of olive oil in the skillet, and now I'm going to put these onions. Although I'm gonna.
You want to bring them out?
Yeah, would you please help me? I've already washed my hands, and I'm gonna separate them so that I'm just gonna saute them in a little bit of olive oil to just kind of get them translucent. Yeah,
cook them just a little bit.
Don't want them. You don't want to brown them. Well, I mean, it's your choice if you want your onions a little bit brown. That's up to caramelized. That's up to you. This is something, you know, that you kind of like, you building your sandwich the way you want it. And that's what I call them, the sandwiches. And I told Linda when she came in this morning, I said, well, this is sure going to be a simple recipe, is sandwiches. But it is a little different.
Well,
it's a hot sandwich.
Different though. Yeah. You know, sometimes you could have something like this even for supper, Mary.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I got these on my mat, so I'm just gonna take them and put them in the skillet. And I actually put more in this than what on the recipe. So Linda, if it looks like it needs some more oil, okay. But I don't think it will.
You just kind of want them coated,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. If it needs some more oil, you can put some more oil in it. Now I'm going to get the steak out. I'm kind of doing 2 batches. What's on the recipe would do 3 to 4 hoagies. It depends on what size bread that you're using. But I made 4 sandwiches out of the ones I did the other day. That's the same as the recipe. Now this morning I'm doubling it because I'm cooking for, I'm making for more people. This right here, I've already got the meat marinating in this. Now I'm going to show you on another steak how to do this. But I needed this to be already marinated before I cook them. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to get the steak out.
Mary, there's not any oil on this side.
Okay, put some more in it.
Just about a half a tablespoon?
Yes. Now this is a steak. This is a top sirloin steak. And this here is a pound. And when I bought it, I bought 2, and I made one of them the other day. And what you do is 30 minutes before you get ready to marinate it, put it in the freezer. You don't want it completely frozen, but you want it very, very cold, almost frozen.
Mary, is Carla watching us today?
Yes, Carla is watching.
Does she know what we're looking for?
Yes, she does, and I forgot to get a gift out. I'll be trying to think of something. I forgot to do that.
It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise, but I'm giving away something this morning. Now I'm trimming the fat off of around the edges, and yes, I will be careful. But that's you want some marble in your steak, but I'm just getting rid of this fat around the edges.
It's a pretty piece of meat.
Yeah, it's top sirloin makes a good hoagie. Now, you can use ribeye, but ribeye is a little bit more expensive, so I've got top sirloin here. I actually went back to buy another top sirloin yesterday, and I didn't want to go all over the place trying to find it, so I just bought another cut, but that's okay. It's going to be all right. But this here is a top sirloin. Okay, now, I don't know if you can see, you can't tell how hard frozen is, but you can see it's not mashing in. It's not frozen, but it's hard. I'm slicing this very thin, and you can do that. That's the trick of getting this steak thin, is it being high frozen. That's what I call it, high frozen. And you just slice it.
You are slicing it thin.
I'm slicing it thin. It slices. You can get it any thickness you want when it's frozen like this. I got a little more fat here I want to cut off. Linda, you don't have to watch that constantly.
Well, it's going real slow.
It is.
Is that how you want it?
Why don't you turn it on 7, please?
Okay.
I think my stove didn't even. I mean, they said it wasn't nothing wrong with the mic, but they fixed that. But it is. It don't seem like it get as hot as what you would think it would be for the level you put it on. But these is, and it depends on how big your steak slices are. Is how thick your steak is.
Mary's phone's ringing off the hook this morning.
It does it all the time. I get so aggravated at them.
Because most of it
is Medicare.
It's junk calls.
Yeah, Medicare are trying to get me to change car insurance. That's the people that calls me all the time. See there?
I don't know how busy you are, do they?
I know it. I told them one day, I said, I work, and this is my business phone. I don't have time to be answering your calls. Anyway, I don't know if y'all seen that or not. That was a little piece of meat. I didn't even try to slice it because I don't want to cut my hand. These knives are so sharp. I knew it. All you got to do is just press down on it, and it goes right through it.
I haven't used it yet.
I've been using this.
Be very careful
with
them.
It is very sharp though. But you just, and it just depends on how thick you want them. Chuck always asks me what we're cooking.
I know, he got disappointed yesterday.
That's all right. He couldn't have anyway because I wasn't coming straight. I was staying at your house longer. When I told him I was fixing this, he said, good. He said, that's what you fixed the other day, isn't it? And I said, yeah. He said, oh, that was so good. So, he liked it. Now, I put Worcestershire sauce on it, and he really likes that. But I don't like it as strong as he does.
It's fun to cook for somebody that really enjoys what you eat.
Yeah.
Don't you think it is, Mary?
It is, Linda.
Daddy always loved Mama's cooking.
Yeah.
And he always complimented her just like Chuck
Bobby
does
did.
you.
Yeah, Bobby did that too. You want to cook for somebody that enjoys it. And, of course, Chuck's put on a few pounds. He lost quite a bit, and now he's gained it back.
Well,
or
it's
some
going
of
to be
it.
summertime, so.
And he's going to be out working. I've already got him a list of stuff I need him to do. So,
Those vegetables are beautiful.
they smell good, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I love to smell onions cooking.
I do too. Isn't that something how you like
Yes.
to smell of something that you don't
Like
really
like
care
when
for.
Mama used to fry fish, catfish, or Daddy fries catfish, she'd just make the whole house smell so
See,
good.
I cut them real thin. All right, Linda, if you will, here's the bowl. Well, yeah, put me, let's show them what I'm doing. I'll let you, I'm going to set this aside for just a second. I'll move that. I need 1/4 cup.
Okay.
And what this is, y'all may not have it. I get this at Sam's. It's called Head Country. It's got garlic. It's got paprika. It's got bell pepper, a smoked seasoning. It's got all kinds of spices. If you've got your favorite steak seasoning, then use that. Or if you don't have that, just make you up a spice of garlic, onion, powder, paprika, just your favorite kind.
1/4 cup of this?
1/4 cup. You know what? This is not as much meat. Why don't you just put about, not quite a 1/4 cup. Cause,
That or a little more?
maybe a little bit more. I don't want it so strong because this is really strong.
You think that's
I
enough?
think that's enough. But you use 1/4 cup if you use the more meat than what I've got here. If you'll put that. And then I need a teaspoon of onion powder.
Okay.
Teaspoon of onion powder. I'm going to put this cheese back in the refrigerator. I took it out a second ago. And this seasoning, any seasoning you have is fine. Whatever you want your steak seasoned with. All right. She put now this is not as much meat as I cooked the other day. So this is a little bit less than 1/4 cup, but if you have more meat, use more seasoning. And then I put some onion powder. Now I'm just going to sprinkle this over my meat and rub it in.
Was there something else?
The tongs right there. I'm going to stir this meat around. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to stir this meat around and get all that seasoning on this meat. And this is why that I went ahead and done one steak already. So, because you want this to set about 30 minutes. It's not going to hurt the meat because it's half frozen. So
are you done with these?
I'm through with that, Linda. But I'll need, I think it's 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce.
Okay.
And again, don't fill it quite full to the top because I don't have quite as much meat in this is what I did the other. So give me some Worcestershire sauce and a tablespoon of liquid smoke. 1 tablespoon of liquid smoke.
Put it in with the Worcestershire?
You can put it in with the Worcestershire sauce, yes. And I'm going to move this out of the way. I have to throw this away. I'll throw this meat away, but I got to wrap it up, put it in the trash. Just put a tablespoon.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the Worcestershire
That'd
and
be
the liquid
great.
smoke. You want it in here?
Yes, please. Tablespoon of liquid smoke and 1/4 cup or close to a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Ain't that how you say it?
That's close enough.
Yeah.
I never did say it right. Here, these aren't done. They're still going to be crunchy, but is that as long as you
I
want me
want
to
to cook a
them?
little bit longer,
Okay.
Linda. I'll show y'all in a minute.
Okay.
All right, you just set, and now you just set this aside.
Are you through with this?
I'm through with that. I'm gonna show them what I'm doing next. All right, this is the meat that I've already sliced up. What I'm going to do is I'm putting this on the paper towel. This is the meat because this is twice as much. I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to just kind of blot this meat. I don't want all of that liquid in it. You know, it makes it, I'll tell you why, it makes it too strong. I just want it
You
to,
want the flavor, but
I want the
just don't
flavor,
want
but
it
I
sitting
don't,
in it.
right. So, I just kind of blot it. Now, you say the onion's about ready?
Yeah, I think so. Did you want them in this plate?
Please.
Now, check them. I don't want to take them up too soon. But
All right.
they're still going to have a little crunch
Yeah,
to
I
them.
think I want to,
Cook them a little bit longer.
yeah. Do you, Would you move the camera over here for me?
Sure.
Linda, if you don't mind. You can cook these onions and bell pepper to your preference. I just want them a little bit more softer. I want them.
I can see that. Right?
I want them cooked. Yeah. It depends on how crunchy you want it.
Yeah.
I don't want mine. Did you want yours crunchy? You want me to take them out?
No, absolutely. You cook them. Them exactly, because I'll eat them either way.
I just don't want to. I don't really like my vegetables crunchy. Now my little Linda does.
Yeah, a lot of people do like
Yeah.
it like a stir fry.
Right. Yeah, Linda does. So I just want them to heat just a little bit longer.
And Mary, you had the garlic out. Did you want that in something?
That's for our toast. For our bread.
For the toast, for
Yeah,
the bread.
That's for the bread.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll move it back so we can talk a minute. Just give it out a few minutes. So anyway, so we're letting our onions cook a little bit, and
we want everybody to comment, right?
yes, comment what state you're from. We're going to do states again.
Okay.
So comment what state you're in, and I will be getting your a gift. And Carla will tell us who's, because I've already told her the state that I'm looking for, and so I will be giving you a gift at the end of the show. So be sure and comment and stay to the it's over so we can let you know, because I'll need your address. And I'm trying to think what I've got that real handy that I could get to give y'all. I'm trying to think, what do I have here that I'm using, I'm cooking with?
Missy did never send her address from yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So we called out the name yesterday, and don't ask me what her last name is. Do you remember? Because I don't.
Misty?
Was it Missy or Miss? I don't remember. I don't think it's written down, but it's at home.
Yeah.
So if we don't hear back from her by the time I get back home, then I'm going to select somebody else.
That's why it's important. Even though we understand that you may have a doctor's appointment or you're at work and trying to listen to us and you might miss it, we understand that. That's why we give you overnight.
Yeah.
So if you, then when you have a chance, go back and watch and see whose name was wrong.
And it's funny because people will usually say, I had no idea my name was going to be drawn. You don't know, you know? So if you don't get a chance to watch it, like Mary said, watch it on replay so you can find out who watched it. Oh, that's sweet.
What's that?
Paula's fixing to go to her home to go visit her mama in South Carolina.
Good.
I sure wished I could go see my mama.
Oh, I
that is
know.
so sweet.
The lady I was talking to yesterday, she was talking about how her mother always said, just spend the night with me, just spend the night with me. And she said, no, she wanted to go home and sleep in her own bed. And I said, you know, I would give anything if I could spend the night with my mother right now. And I wasn't trying to make her feel bad or nothing. I said, but that's just the way life is.
Yeah.
You don't understand how your parents feel because you haven't been there. You know, but when you lose them, then there's a lot of things you go back and say, I wished I'd have done. But you know, you can't live in that. You can't live in regret.
No, you
can't do it.
But it is important
Yes,
to
it is.
do things while you can.
Yes.
Very
yes.
important.
Just, you know, God knows your heart. He knows your intent. And in your situation, there were so many times Lynn and I both wanted to do more for Mother, but we made a living. We had to work.
Yeah.
And so, you know, God understands that. So we can't beat ourselves up. Oh, there's so many things that I regret, even with my own husband. Because I tended to him for a year. You just kind of, I don't know if you'd say you lose patience. I don't know what it is, but you just kind of, you just get in a numb feeling, you know.
Sometimes you need a break.
Yeah. And so if you're dealing with taking care of somebody, you know, just be patient with them and go off to yourself and pray and ask the Lord to help you to understand.
Listen to music.
Yeah. help you to understand more of what they're going through, because they're going through things too.
Yeah.
And we don't know what their mind is, because Bobby wouldn't tell me. I can tell you, he just wouldn't. He wouldn't say what he really wanted. So, all right, we fix to take these up, Linda.
Okay. So you're just gonna use a plate here
Yeah.
to put them on.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. A lot of
That is a
vegetables.
lot of vegetables. All right. Now I got to turn this burner down. Well, no. Well, with a little bit. That really should be back here on this one. I think I'll turn that burner on a little bit because it's bigger.
Yeah.
I was planning on doing that and I forgot. Oh well, I dropped some of that, but just get the counters clean. I washed it off this morning. Now I'm gonna put. I think my plate was too little, Linda.
I'm gonna get the rest of this on here.
I think my plate was too little. I'm cooking the meat in the same skillet, but I'm putting just a tad of oil, not much. That's where it went back there.
Is that? I need to move this back over, don't I?
Yeah, I'm fixing to put I'm gonna put about just a little bit. I don't want much oil in here. Just a little bit. Hope I didn't put too much. About a tablespoon. Okay, I hope that's burner's hot enough back there. Okay. Now, oh, this ain't the bowl. Here it is. That's what we just put in there. And I'm gonna put this meat in here. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
I hope I didn't put too much meat in here at one time. It didn't take me nearly as long to cook. You cook steak on a kind of a high heat, or at least medium high for sure.
Yeah.
You don't want to cook steak slow because it'll make it tough. So. And that marinade stuff that's in there, it'll kind of form a little bit of a base, you know, it moisture.
Yeah.
And so that's one reason that you don't want to leave all that marinade in there, is
Okay.
because it will make it be almost like a sauce in it, and I didn't want that.
That makes sense.
All right, Linda, if you'll get some of them hoagies over
Some
there on
bread?
the table, yeah.
You want the big ones or the little?
I guess get one big one and one little one,
Okay.
if you don't mind, Linda. I've got this. I got a new. I got a new round grill pan and press, and I got these little handles that that you use on the other ones. I've got this heating. This is my grill. This is a 12-inch skillet, right, Linda?
Yes, 12-inch.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that off for right now. I've had it on there for a while, and it's kind of gotten hot. So, but these fit on that 12-inch grill cast iron skillet. Now we got to cut
I
those.
was going to say, are they cut?
Yeah, no, they're not cut. And this, I'm going to make one small one, or it's not real small, but it's medium. I'm gonna get a.
I'm sorry, I should have got you a plate, Mary. This is the big one here.
Yeah, and that's a big one there.
This is probably what you'd get in Philadelphia, isn't
The
it?
big
the big
one?
one.
Yeah. You have to cut them. Here's the big one. And I know y'all gonna say, don't cut that on your hand, but I don't cut this all the way through. And that butter, Linda, that
Oh, yes.
I put 2
You want
tablespoons.
it a little bit softer, or is this soft enough?
Well, where's the spatula? We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, taste it. I'd say it may not be
Probably
soft
needs
enough.
to be
Just put it in the microwave for a second. And soften. What I do is 2 tablespoons of softened butter and a teaspoon of minced garlic. And I mix that up, and that's what I put on my bread to toast.
That butter's still a little bit hard. I didn't want to melt it.
You don't want it to liquid because
No.
it'll soak right into the bread. All right, I'm gonna show y'all. You see how that meat is still all that liquid that was in that steak? It's that's why you don't want to leave too much of that liquid. You want to blot it as much as possible because it will have too much in it.
And this is just garlic and butter, right, Mary?
Yes, that's all it is.
Minced garlic.
Yes.
And I'm just kind of incorporating that garlic in the butter. That's what you want me to do, right,
Yes,
Mary?
yes, please, yes. And you just turn your meat, just stir your meat. I really put a lot in this skillet. You could put half this much in the skillet, and it probably wouldn't even take 2 minutes. Because I did that the other day. I cooked half of this amount for 2 minutes on one side. I took my spatula and I turned it on the other side and cooked it another minute. Does not take long to cook steak. But this, I put twice as much in the skillet at one time. Now see, you wouldn't have done that. Linda would have, she would have cooked half this much meat. But I guess I was just getting too big of a hurry.
So do you want me to
Yes.
butter the buns?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Linda is going to spread the garlic butter on the toast. Please, Linda.
And do you want it generously, or you
Yes.
just want a thin
yes.
layer?
No, I want it generously. And this steak, I'm going to cook it till there is not any of that broth or whatever moisture in it. I cook it all out. So when you think the steak it should be done, turn it up on high, and all that moisture will go away. But did you see what I'm saying, Linda? See all that
it does
moisture?
have a lot of moisture in
It
it.
has a lot of moisture in it. A lot of liquid, and we don't want that. We want all that to cook out. So I turned my burner up. So you spread it. Yeah. Don't you like a lot on yours?
Yeah.
Are you going? You may not be bread.
Yeah, normally I would, Mary.
Linda and I are trying to get healthy, just healthy, and eat a little bit healthier than what we normally do eat.
As you get older, it's not necessarily that you eat much, but what you eat does play a big part.
Yes, it does, in your health. And we are going to go on YouTube again later and explain. We had a problem yesterday with the YouTube channel, so
we did a good video.
yeah, we did it. Yeah.
Okay, the buns are all buttered.
All right. Well, I'm just cooking this moisture out is what I'm doing now. The steak is done. And you know what? There's probably a lot of you out there that's saying that I'm doing this wrong. I really am not a steak cook. I don't know that much
either.
about how to
I'm
cook
not a
steak.
Might cook steak.
I'm really not. So there may be something I'm doing wrng. I just don't know it. What I cooked the other day was delicious, and it was tender.
I know it was good. So, do you need something to put that on, or are you going to leave it in the skillet?
I'm just going to leave it in the skillet.
Okay.
But I'm going to cook all this stuff out. I know I have heard that you don't cook steak long. Of course, it depends on, usually steak is different levels
Yeah.
of muscle or whatever you call it. And I don't like that. So, you know what? I might put that. I may put that up.
That looks like Philly cheesesteak, Mary.
Yep.
Cheesesteak to me.
Yep. I was just thinking it would be a
Well,
hot.
it'll stay hot in there. It'll
Okay.
be fine in this skillet.
Okay. I am going to put it on the plate. Because I took the cheese out of the refrigerator, Linda.
Okay, which one do you want?
The provolone.
Okay. And you want it on here? I'll clean this.
I put provolone cheese on it. If I hadn't put so much meat in that skillet, I could divide the meat into like 4 sections and put the cheese on top of it in the skillet. But I've got too much meat in there now, so I'm going to put it on a plate. I think. So I'm going to take some meat out. You want to show them a little closer that I cooked all that out?
Yes.
Normally, I would put this over the meat. You know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Let's see. I'm going to try to get 4, 5 of them. I'm going to put this cheese because I want this cheese to melt.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that on there. You can put as however much cheese you want on it. But I want it to, it'll melt. It'll melt and go down in there. This one probably ain't going to work. It really needed to be in that skillet.
Well, do you need, yeah.
Just give me the spatula, please, Linda. I'm just going to put it right back in there because I want that cheese to melt on that meat.
Do you need the lid on it, or will it melt just
It'll
like
melt. Time we get them buns ready, it'll be melted.
that? Okay.
Okay. All right. We're going to let that cheese there melt. Let's see, did I get 2 slices? Now, Linda, give me one more slice of meat. Yeah, I see one piece. I see one section of meat that I did not get cheese on. Thank you. I mean, I got cheese on it. I didn't get 2 pieces. All right, now, hand me the bread. Well, here, I can get it. I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to do,
Can they see you?
I think so. Can they? Okay. It won't take long, but that will be done.
I hope I didn't put too much butter on it. You
That's
think
okay.
I did?
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. I'm gonna get a clean spatula.
I'm sorry.
That's
I
okay.
always thought
No,
it was...
I like a lot of butter. I just don't want this to. I'm gonna turn it over now. It got brown quick because I had this skillet hot.
Yeah, it gets brown
Yeah.
really quick, and especially putting that grill press
Yeah.
on it helps too.
You know what? I'm not gonna put the press on there on the other side because this grill press really mashes the
it
bread.
mashes it down.
So I'm just gonna do it like that. Now let me get you another plate. See the cheese is already melted. Now I need the spatula, Linda, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know what? I think I would put another slice of cheese on this.
Do you want
know,
me to get more or not?
No, I'm gonna get some off of this one. It's
Okay.
already melted. I like it. You want a lot of cheese on it. So. You can add Swiss cheese. I need to turn this burner off.
You want me to come over there and watch that?
You can if you want to. I just like a lot of cheese, and I probably would put another piece of cheese on that. These are big hoagies. All right. Now I think I'm gonna move the.
Here, do you want me to get that? You may not. That's.
I'm gonna move the camera over here so people can see it better. Okay. Yeah, you turned the burner off, didn't you?
You did.
Okay, now
I don't know. Maybe
I did turn it off, but that's okay because we're through with it. I'm not going to make but two. Matter of fact, we can share this one. That's your hoagie, and then if you want some onions and bell peppers, like I said, bell peppers, you don't have to put bell peppers on it.
I just left it in there and turned
Okay.
it off, or do you want me to take it out?
Well, probably take it out because that skillet is hot. Now, I really filled this thing full, y'all. I really filled it full. Does not have to be that full. Probably put too much on it. So you just, whatever, I'll take some of them off. All right.
That's a man's hoagie.
That's a big hoagie. Now, I'm going to wash my hands and I'll cut that and show you. But I think my preference is probably a little more cheese. I'm going to use
It
this.
looks really good. It's a lot of food on there.
That's a lot of food. I'm going to cut it up. It's not much.
That's beautiful. That's pretty.
There's your hoagie Philly cheesesteak. So, I guess, do you want to taste it with the fork, Linda?
Yeah, I'm just gonna taste a bite of it.
Come on. You can taste any of that you want. And I was doing this in a hurry. I don't know why. Why did I get in a hurry? I do.
Because we live that way.
Yeah. But I would probably put more cheese on it since it's so big.
Thank you, Jesus.
It's hot. It's very good.
Those crunchy peppers are so good. And that steak
I got it on
really
my face.
good.
And it's tender, isn't it?
It's very tender.
So if you're cooking steak, and if you're making fajitas or subs or whatever, and you want your steak thin, freeze it for about 30 minutes before you get ready to slice it. And it slices so easy.
That's delicious.
It is very good. Imagine Chuck's looking forward for lunch.
He's probably wanting his hoagie bun brown.
I'll probably put some more cheese on it for him.
Whoa,
But,
that's good, Mary.
And then, like I said, I fixed a lot, but I'm also going to take Braden.
Braden likes some, doesn't he?
Yeah, Braden likes them, so I'll fix him one. So, I guess
Do you have a winner?
let Carla, it takes her a few minutes to get it to us, so
Oh, okay.
I'll turn my phone. Carla, select the name for us, and we will announce a winner. And Linda, if you'll talk to him a minute, I'll see if
Okay.
I can find something real quick and give to you.
I'm wondering if I need to take the skillet off of this burner.
Well, if you can, if you want to.
Kind of hot back here. That cast iron gets really, really hot. So, in East Texas, we have wisteria vines, and they're very beautiful lilac, purplish kind of color. And they only bloom for a short time during the spring, early spring, and they've started to bloom. And if you go down 80 from Marshall going toward Wascom, there's trees that just line the side of the road, and it's like a canopy. It's like you're going through a tunnel of beautiful wisteria vines. It is the most beautiful sight.
I'm sure it is. I love this time of the year.
I do too.
You know, Mama always, during the fall, when the leaves started turning, Mother always had Paul Lee, her daddy, always wanted Mother to take her to Colorado.
Yeah, they love
They
to go
did
to
that. They
Colorado.
made that trip to
They
go
sure did.
just to see the foliage on the
Yeah.
when the leaves was turning. Well, I found something real quick, and that was these.
Oh, you used those
Yeah.
on your skillet.
These I used on my iron skillet. You can use these on the it's
Boiler, like a boiler lid?
The
Brilliance.
Brilliance pans. That's what it was made for. It's Brilliance pan. But it also fits these, which is the this is Brilliant.
That's the signature.
This is the signature. The Brilliant is what when they introduced these,
Yes.
but you can use it on both. And the cast iron, the grill press, and that cast iron pan, you can also use these on these. So that's what I'm gonna give away today. Is two
those are
of
nice.
these called silicone heifer handle protectors. So let me see who Carla has. So Carla, right there. Glenda Witherspoon. Glenda Witherspoon from Montgomery, Texas.
Texas. We have a Texas
I
person
told Linda
today.
this morning, I said, you know what, we haven't used Texas at all because that's where we're from.
Yeah.
So we use Texas
Well,
today.
that's nice.
So it's Montgomery, Texas, Glenda Witherspoon. So congratulations. I'll get this in the mail to you hopefully today.
If you get her
Today or tomorrow. But I need your address. You have to text it to my personal phone number, which is 903-649-0605. So text it to my phone after we get off of the air. So congratulations.
I love giving away these gifts. It's
I
so
know.
much fun.
You know, we don't, some of the gifts might not be that expensive, but it's a thought.
Just a thought.
You know,
right.
we just,
It
and
is, it's-
I didn't put
it's
a lot
fun.
of thought into this morning. I don't have a lot of supplies here. I got my stuff in storage. So I did have this back there because it was small. So congratulations to, was it Brenda? Glenda Montgomery. And now Glenda Witherspoon from Montgomery.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to make a hoagie or steak sandwich or whatever, this is how I do it. Yeah, and like I said, y'all may have different ways of doing yours, but that is a tip to freeze it before you get ready to slice it.
Very good tip.
Yeah.
And we'll be back to, I'll be cooking Monday at my house. 10 o'clock Central Time. We'll be together Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be together Wednesday, Lord willing.
Right. We cook on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. On Mondays, one of us will be by ourselves. And then Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we're always together. So every week is that way. So unless there's something come up unexpected at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then we're going to start doing a few more on YouTube. But we've got a problem to figure out about the YouTube. So we'll deal with that later. So
Yeah.
we love y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us this morning, and I hope that we said something that would help you in some way or the other. You know, we don't
Brighten your day.
we don't plan ahead of what we're going to say or talk about. We just go with whatever one of us says, then we go with it, and we're partners in this thing.
We've always been able to do that, in case y'all didn't know.
Linda, I think if I tried to sit down and write what we was going to talk about, it would not work. Not with me, it would.
It would be like a speech. Then it becomes a formality.
It
And
would.
the way we do it, it's just, what do they call
It's
it?
natural.
Ad lib.
It's just natural. We're just natural, you know. And we like for y'all to feel like you're in the kitchen with us, you know.
we do.
It's not formal. Nothing's formal about our videos. So thank y'all again, and we'll be seeing y'all on Monday.
And if you're in the storm's path that's going to be coming through in the next few days, stay safe and be sure to count your blessings. I know we say that all the time, but it is so important.
Okay. It is very important because, you know, I was thinking about that, Linda, what you said, that we say that every time. But you know what? We don't know what you're going through that day.
Yes.
It might be that we said it 100 times and most of you have heard it, but there may be one or two people that has not heard it, or either it's a reminder.
Yes.
Tough times come. Tough valleys go and mountains come. So
they pass.
Yes, and they pass. Chills went over me because some of you out there are in the valley.
Yeah.
Man, some of you are in the valley. Trust me, God is in that valley with you.
Yes.
Don't ever doubt that God is not with you. He
He's
knows. He knows where you're at and what you're dealing with. But I promise you, He will bring you out of that if you don't lose the faith. Don't ever doubt that God is not with you. So I guess we'll close with that. We don't mean to preach. We just want to encourage y'all to let you know that you're not alone in this world. There is somebody out there that is lifting you up. What I do, because I can't remember everybody's prayer, everybody's request, God knows what they are. God knows the ones that you tell us. So that's the way I pray. Lord, you know, some of them I can remember. You know their situation. You know what they're going through. Please hold their hand. Get them out of that valley so they can rejoice on the mountaintop.
Amen.
We love y'all.
Bye.
Count your blessings. Bye-bye.